What's going on? It's your boy Eastside JP. Today we on a very special guest. We got a young entrepreneur. She probably didn't even been out of high school that long. And she an esthetician. She got her own business going on, doing everything on her own. I've been recommended by you from three different people, like 2 people I did an interview with and somebody I got a business relationship with. All of them spoke highly of you and told me you need to be on here. So today we got Miss Jada Sade.
Hey, y'all.
Glad to have you on here. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So we just gonna jump straight into it. Like, tell us a little bit about your childhood. Like, how was your childhood growing up? What made you want to get into having your own business and doing your own thing?
Well, growing up, my childhood, it was pretty good, but I grew up around like a lot of hustlers, so I feel like it was in me to like go be my own boss. I never ever worked a job like ever. Like I just always used to say I never want to work ever, like ever. Every time my mama would tell me like you need to go get a job, or like my grandma should be like, when Jada gonna get a job? I'd be like, no, grandma, I'm finna work for myself. So it all started while I was in middle school. In the morning time, all the girls would, call me and be like, can you put on my strips when we get to school, which is the lashes.
The last strip.
Yep, last strips. So I just put them on for them. And I won't even charge you nothing. I just genuinely love to do it. And I love all things beauty, but I never wanted to do hair. I never wanted to do makeup. I just wanted to do lashes. I just love lashes. It was just something about it. And everybody in the school knew me for doing lashes. And I remember I used to tell my friends, I'm going to be a lash tech one day, but I just never knew how I was going to go about doing it.
Okay. So, do you remember like what your first hustle was? Like, when did you start charging money for doing what you was doing? Or
Yeah. My first hustle, it wasn't even lashes. It started out with graphic designing. That was like one of my passions too. I used to make logos and different type of stuff for business owners, like help them get their business off the ground and stuff like that. And the money I made from there, I invested it into selling like lash strips and clothes and slippers and all things girly. But then I was like, I need more. Like I need to flip my money. Like I need to invest in something more that's gonna bring me more money. Like long term money. So I was like, I could do lashes. And I was scrolling on Facebook one day during the pandemic, and my homegirl, she do lashes too, she was hosting a lash class, and I didn't even know I was gonna take it for real. I was like, I'm gonna consider it, but it just kept coming up on my timeline. So I was like, maybe I should go ahead and invest in the class. And that's exactly what I did. I went to the class Sunday morning. My grandma did not like me missing church. And I missed church just to go take the class. I snuck off, took the class, and I got home. My grandma was so mad. She was like, you better not miss church no more to take no class. But I was thinking in my head, little do she know this finna make me so much money. And from there, I was charging people like $25 just to get their lashes done.
in the beginning?
In the beginning. And then it flipped. It went from 25, 50, then 75, then 80, then it just kept going up. And I was like, dang, like I see the money. But I wasn't attached just to the money. Like I just loved.
You gotta do what you're doing.
Yeah.
If you doing something you love what you're doing, it will never feel like work.
Yeah.
So what you at now? You past 80?
I'm past 80.
And how long it take you to do some lashes?
Really about like an hour.
Like an hour.
My friends be like, how do you get done so fast? My other friends that do lashes, they'll be like, did you really finish it? I'd be like, yeah, I've been doing it for so long now.
Okay. I wanna go back a little bit because you know what I'm saying, like I said in the beginning of the video, you so young, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You already got all this figured out, you know what I'm saying,
Mhm.
about investing in yourself, growing the business, the need to make more money, you know what I'm saying, and all that. Did you have like a mentor or something growing up, like somebody was you just watching it, like watching the people around you that was hustling and learning, or did you have somebody kind of like teach you or show you or put in your head like you know what I'm saying?
I really didn't have like a mentor. I had people in my family that I probably would be like, I could be better than it. They not bad, but I could see myself doing better. Or like some of my family members, they got a lot going on. I'd be like, dang, I want to be just like that, like my uncle or my mama or my grandma. Or like even my cousins, I look and I'd be like, I want to be exactly like that, like have my own thing going, but I want to be different in my own way about it. I didn't have like a mentor or somebody that guided me step by step and be like, okay, this is how you start a business and this is how you go about it. It was just all me, like messing up, starting over.
Graphic design, like, so were you still in school when you started your graphic design?
Yes, I was like in 9th grade when I started, really like 8th grade.
Now, the reason why I'm looking like that, because you were saying you said you were seeing stuff you could do for other businesses. You was making graphic designs for businesses when you was already building a relationship with businesses when you was.
Yeah, people from out of town, like I'd be like, wow, like they booking me. It's crazy.
And how was you doing it? You was running it out through social media?
All through social media. Everybody was sharing my stuff, and I just be like, where is this coming from? Like,
Right.
I was just getting booked back to back, and I'd be like, dang, I could flip this. Like, it could be more than this.
So, in the 9th grade, you doing graphic design. When did you start figuring like, I want to make more money? I need to make more money. Like, that was you still in high school thinking that?
Yeah, I was still in high school. I was like, bro, this cool and all, but I need something. Like 5 years from now, I could see my name just big just because of this. Like, graphic designing is cool, but I want to do something that I really enjoy doing. I enjoy doing it, but let's be honest, I got tired of the orders. Like, I was constantly making logos back to back, and I'd be like, dang, like, I just want to take a break.
Right.
You know, like, have an off day or something and just, relax.
Sound like this shit was rolling, though.
Yeah, it was rolling. It was a lot back to back.
So, do the graphic design. So how old was it when you decided, like, when you seen your at this point while you doing the graphic design, like, you weren't selling lash strips no more, you just strictly doing the graphic design?
I was doing both.
You was selling lash strips and doing graphic design. So when did you decide, like, so what grade was you still in high school when you decided that I want to take a lash class?
Yep, it was my 10th grade year. Right before my grandma passed, I remember I had a talk with her, and I was like, cause I used to stay with my grandma one night, like, that's like my best friend. I was like, Grandma, I want to start doing lashes, like, and I just had a long talk with her about it. She was like, you could do it right out the house, like, right in the house. You could bring clients here and just do it. And I was like, okay, bet. So I had made a post, and I was like, I'm finna start taking models, and took my first model, and it just went up from there. Like, I was just taking models back to back. And some days I'd take long. Like, I had a client at like one day, and I didn't finish till like 10. And like,
but like in the beginning.
Yeah,
and I didn't give up. You was trying to master it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Like, I stayed there all night, and I was still doing her lashes, and I didn't care. Even though I wasn't getting paid anything, I was like, okay. Yeah,
you was learning. You found what you love to do. You found your passion. So in 10th grade, like, you was certified.
Yeah, took my class.
You remember how much your last class was?
About like $500-600.
That's still, though, being that young, with like 15, 16 years old, and thinking like, I'm gonna invest this $500 into myself. Like, you
was doing a lot, and everybody in my school was like, dang, how's she doing it? I was like, I don't know, y'all.
Yeah, you just doing you. So was a lot of your clientele people that went to school with you, or did you have older clientele?
I had like people outside of school. I feel like the people at my school, not really. I don't know. I feel like they looked at me like I thought I was better or something. Like, I don't know. So it really wasn't girls from my school. It'd be like my home girls from school. But majority of my clients were older women or like women off social media.
Okay. So even the lashes you did all through social media?
Yep. All through social media.
Okay. So you was doing lashes up until you graduated?
Yeah. And I just graduated.
So when you become like a full esthetician?
Throughout high school, like, after the 10th grade year, I never worked a job, like, ever. So my 10th grade year, the clientele was slow, but I still had enough money to not work. Then 11th grade, it got more. 12th grade, it got more. And then I just graduated. So I just been doing this.
So I'm saying, like, when you took the lash class, they teach you how to do everything. Okay. Yeah. I thought it was just lashes, then you had to take another class for something.
Yeah. Oh, no. When you take the class, it's just lashes. And then you invest and you want to learn other stuff. So I invested my money over time, like, to take a different class.
You just kept reinvesting.
Yeah. And then I paid for esthetician school out of pocket and went from there. So I could add more services.
So how long did esthetician school take?
6 months, 7 months.
You got to pay for it out of pocket?
Yeah. Well, you don't have to.
Yeah.
You could do,
get a student loan or something like that.
I wasn't doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
So you was making enough money to put your own self through school, and you did it out of pocket?
Yeah.
19
through college
years old.
too. Yeah. Through college too. I paid for esthetician school and put myself through college too. So I'm not even done with college, but
You putting yourself through college right now? What you going to college for?
Nursing. So I could open my med spa.
So you can open your med spa.
Yeah.
That's major. So when they come to this like that's your long-term goal?
Long-term, yeah.
How much more time you got before you finish?
We ain't gonna speak on it, but I'm almost.
You're almost done?
Almost done.
Okay, then that's what's up, man. That's hard. So a med spa, what's that?
So I want to later work with like clients that want lip injections and stuff like that, lip fillers and all that.
Just like everything.
Yeah,
beautiful.
But I'm not gonna be just working there. I want to have people like work for me, but I do,
You think once you do this, you're gonna continue to do lashes?
I feel like I'm gonna still do it, but I'm gonna fall back. Like I feel like my employees gonna do the work for me. I'm not gonna be behind the chair no more.
So really, you want to build yourself up to have businesses, and not really have to work.
Yeah.
Okay. It's hard. You got a plan. You got to figure it out, and you working towards it. Like a lot of people don't even know what they want to do.
Yeah.
It far older than you.
Yeah, because I just feel like time just run out. So it's just like you would think you got time, but really everybody always be like, why you so young? Why you trying to rush it? But I feel like we don't get time. Time runs every day. It's only 24 hours in a day. So it's like, what are you finna do with them 24 hours to get to where you need to be? And I tell myself that every day. Every day is dedicated to where Jada is gonna be 5 years from now. Like, I don't waste no time.
It's amazing. What you think made you start like thinking like that? When you started thinking like that?
Really like when my grandma passed. Like, because I used to grow up thinking, oh, grandma gonna be here to just walk me through life and help me, with my career and stuff and, how we used to talk. But then when she passed, I was like, nah, this is a wake-up call. Like, this is real life. Like, time really runs out and you really got to get on your feet and get it together. So after she passed, I was like, all right, time to wake up for real. Get out of La La Land.
It's amazing for you to recognize that and realize that at such a young age, for real. Like a lot of people still don't get it. And,
Yeah.
Rest in peace, your grandma said was your best friend.
Yeah.
And it sound like that was your biggest motivation.
Really was. She ain't played it. But she really was. Like, yeah, I feel like everything like that I go after it's because of my mama too, but my grandma, like that was my best friend.
Yeah. So I want to take a quick second like to explain to y'all what she did and where we at right now. She started off, I'm gonna just start the graphic design. You know what I'm saying? Doing graphic design, and you know what I'm saying? She was making money doing graphic design, and she was selling lashes. Would you use the money from the graphic design to start buying the lash strips?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she was doing graphic design and used the money from graphic design and invested it. Just look at it like she got a shoebox. She put her money in the shoebox and took the money out the shoebox and spent that on buying lash strips. And then she decided, you know what I'm saying? I want to do lashes. So she took some more money in another shoebox, took that money out of the shoebox and invested that into the lash class. And she just kept reinvesting. Like she keep taking one and turning it into 10 and doing it again. And now you got your own suite.
Yeah, I work in the suite, yep.
That you're doing it out of, and you're working on building your own, having your own med spa.
My own salon, yep. And I started working in the house at first, so that like having my own suite, it really opened my eyes. Like you can really do whatever you put your mind to, as long as you keep going.
You can do it, right?
Yeah.
You ever like you ever had a time like where you was doing this where you felt like, you know what I'm saying? I just want to give up. I really don't even want to do this no more.
No, I mean, no, I don't never feel like I'm gonna give up. Cause no matter whatever happens, I don't ever want to give up. Cause I feel like at the end, you gonna win. Like you just gotta keep going. Everybody has a day where God is just like, okay, you work so hard, I'm gonna reward you. That's just how I think. I don't never want to give up. I don't care how hard it get, ever.
What was your most memorable moment doing lashes? Like you had like a client lashes that you really wanted to do or something like that, or?
Yeah, I feel like maybe when I did K Carbon lashes and Queen Leora's, that really made me realize, like, because I used to talk about it all the time, like, I'm going to do, like, a celebrity lashes one day. And to see, like, they literally be letting me do their lashes, and I'd be like, dang, like, I can do whatever I put my mind to as long as I keep going.
You know, that's what recommended you, K Carbon.
Yeah.
Yeah, she told me, and Teasy.
Yeah.
They both told me that you should be on here, like.
Yeah.
So
I'd be really grateful for that, because that's a blessing for real, like, networking, and I'd be like, yeah.
Nah, that mean you working though. You putting the work in. And, you know, hustlers respect hustlers.
Yeah, for sure.
So they gonna mention you. Like, you know, at 19 years old, you got a whole lot of stuff going on, a whole lot of distraction stuff to keep you distracted. Like, how do you stay focused? You know what I'm saying? At 19 years old, when everybody else your age probably doing all type of other stuff.
Well, like I said, I be feeling like time run out. And my friends, we was just talking about this yesterday. They was like, who y'all think the most mature is out the group that's always on it? And they said me. And they literally know it's like, when I say no, I mean no. Like, even with me being in school for nursing, when I got to study or when I got clients or where I got anything going that's important, I think about that, because at the end of the day, what I do now is going to matter 5 years from now. Not us going to go party, get drunk, turn up, whatever. I know how to put an end to, like, what ain't important. Like, because I focus on what's important. doing. It's important to say no and have boundaries if you want to be successful. Successful people have boundaries and have a routine, and that's how I am. I just have a routine
Do
with
you
everything.
you read a lot of something?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you feel like you pick up a lot of like knowledge and information the way you think from the books you read, or
Yeah.
what can you tell? Can you tell my audience some of the books you read? Do you? You ain't got if you can't think of nothing right off the bat, it's
No.
all good.
Okay. But I be watching like podcasts
You
and
watch
like
podcasts?
yeah.
I know you said like you didn't really just had no mentor, like nobody walking you through it or holding your hand and showing you how to do it. But like where do you, cause you got such a mature way of thinking about business at such a young age, you know what I'm saying? Like where do you pull like your inspiration from? Like where you get your knowledge, your ideas from, like to
Really like my friends around me that have businesses that don't work in the, they salons, they have people working for them, or like older women that got it going on. I'd be like, dang, like if she could do it, I could do it too. And I'm
right.
only 19 and I started so young. So if I keep putting in the work, how they put in the work, it'll eventually turn into that, you know?
Mm-hmm. So right now, like your main goal is getting that med spa.
Yeah,
You
my
gon' like
God.
you gonna end there. You got something that you wanna.
I got more.
You got more.
I don't plan on stopping.
Okay. If you if somebody was watching you, they wanted to do something that you was doing or chase their own dreams or their own version of success, like what's one piece of advice you would give?
One piece of advice I would give is to never give up and never let people tell you that you can't do it. I even had like people close to me that'll tell me, like when I first started out doing lashes, I remember I had a talk with somebody close to me and I was like, you think I should start doing lashes? This is way before I even thought about taking a class. And she told me, no, I think you're gonna mess up their eyes or something. Like maybe you should just stick to what you're doing now, which I was selling stuff at the time. She's like, just stick to that. Don't go on nobody's face. You're gonna play on their face. You're gonna mess them up. And from there, I took what she said and I was like, she right. Maybe I shouldn't do it. But I ignored it. I took the class. Like you have to ignore what people say and how they try to doubt you and just go for it. Always don't listen to the doubters. Go exactly for what you want in life. And hustle for it. Don't let it come to a sleeper but a dream. Like get up early in the morning, 6 a.m. and run for your goals because you sleeping, you're not gonna catch your dreams like that.
She said, get up and run for your goals, because if you sleeping, you ain't gonna catch your dreams like that. So like you said your grandma like your best friend, like how y'all build such a, you know what I'm saying, good relationship? Like that's who you spend most of your time around?
Yeah, like growing up, I used to stay with my grandma. My mama was there. She took care of kids. I always do. But I just stayed with my grandma. And I just love my grandma. Like I was grandma's baby. I always wanted to be with my grandma. And I just knew everything from my grandma. I just love being around her.
You probably spoiled. You couldn't tell your grandma nothing about
Yeah,
you,
I
probably.
was no. The whole family knows.
Yeah.
I was my grandma's baby. She did not play with me.
What was your what was one of your biggest challenges?
One of my biggest would have to be being in high school while having a business, honestly. Because it's like schoolwork and having a business, like I have so many clients, so many. Like it ain't just like a little, like it be a lot. So then I like to maintain good grades. I graduated with honors, so that was a lot. That was like the biggest challenge while being so young, being in high school and having a business. That was a lot, but I stayed grounded because I feel like I kept God first. Like I feel like with Him, like anything is possible as long as you like give your faith to Him. So whatever was going on, I just give it to Him and let it go and just breathe. And even with being in college, I feel like having a business while in nursing school, that's hard too. So it's just like, yeah, I have a schedule. Like I like to stay organized. So
So that's how you overcome it. That's how you stay on top of it. Staying organized.
Yeah, just organized. Don't clutter, my schedule up. If I can't do this, I'm not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I just stay real organized for everything.
You think one day you gonna start teaching people how to do lashes?
Yeah, I do it now.
How you do
I
now?
have classes
You
on my
got classes?
website. Yeah.
Okay. How often you do classes?
Whenever they really book, it be like probably once a month or twice, depending on who I book that month. But it be pretty back to back. It just depends on when they book for it.
So you like this you still selling strips and stuff too?
No, I don't like it no more. I like
You just like to do it.
Yeah, I just like the clients to come to me, lay back, and I'm do your lashes. I don't want to sell you nothing, just lay back. Only thing I sell is like my supplies, like my trays and my glue and stuff for
Okay.
other lash techs to buy.
lashes, they be buying it.
Yeah.
So you got like 3-4 different sources of income just coming from the lashes. You got actually doing
Yep.
lashes, selling your trades,
Classes.
and you got classes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nah, this maze, you got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to figure it out. What would be success to you? Like, what would make you consider yourself successful?
I feel like I'm not successful until I could wake up and I ain't really gotta go sit behind a chair and work as hard. Like success means like financial freedom and I'm living happily, living out my dream without just, constantly putting pressure on myself like I gotta do this, I gotta do this. Like when I could just relax and I have financial freedom for real. Like I got it a little bit, but when it's really there, that's like successful to me. Living out my dream, doing exactly what I planned out to do.
And being able to take care of yourself.
Being able to take care of the people around me without problems. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got dreams of taking care of the people around you too?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the most important thing you think you learned while, being on this journey?
Well, the most important thing I say I learned would be to never give up and always try, even if you mess up one time, it's okay to dust yourself off and get back up and try again. And I learned about business, professionalism, some stuff I never knew when it came to business because, at first I was doing graphic designing and selling stuff, but being a lash tech taught me more of what I needed to know in the business world.
Do you have a strong do you feel like you got a strong foundation around you?
Yeah, I feel like all the squares are my circle now, so I feel like everything around me is cool. Like I'm able to chase my dreams now without the wrong people around me. So, yeah.
Like you said in the beginning, like when you first started, like you didn't really have that much support. Well, you had your grandma's support.
Yeah. But like the friends around me,
It's
like they put on the act like they supported what I was doing, but really it was in their head like, oh, she thinks she feeling her. Or I get like, oh, you ever since you got the money and stuff, you moving different.
like, what type of legacy you want to leave behind?
The legacy I want to leave behind is she went after everything she wanted to do without giving up, and she chased all her dreams. Like she was, like when people think of me, I want them to think Jada really did everything she put her mind to, and I can too. Like I want my, kids to know, like, okay, grandma did this. She went after everything she put her mind to without giving up, and I can too. I'd be a hustler, no matter what.
You got anybody that you want to work with that you ain't worked with yet? Like if you could work with anybody in the world, who would it be?
Yes, I do. And I would like to work with Glorilla. I want to do her lashes. I want to be her personal lash artist.
Okay.
I feel like I could get there.
Tell me what you love most about having your own business and doing your own thing, and what you dislike the most about it.
What I like the most about having my own business is I could wake up and go and I'm on my own schedule. So my friends, like, I'm going out of town this weekend. They thought, like, most of my friends can't go because they work. You know what I'm saying? But me, I was able to tell my clients, hey, I ain't going to be able to get you this weekend, but I can get you this day. And what they do, move to the weekend, I can get them. It don't be no problem. What I don't like is that sometimes me having a business and from people looking on the outside, they don't think I'm human most times, so they feel like I'm supposed to take on everything that come. Like being an entrepreneur, I am, but it's like some stuff. It be like, come on, y'all, like I'm human too.
Right. Okay. Like how long you think it's gonna take you to get your med spot? Like how soon you see that happening for you?
I really see it in 5 years, honestly. If I keep working and going this hard and go after my degree and everything, I'll be set in 5 years.
You think you're gonna have it? You want your first med spot to be here in Memphis?
Yeah, I always said to my friends, like, before I move out of Memphis, because I am going to move eventually, before I move, I got to leave a marker, like, so when I come back in the city, don't nobody forget, like, oh, this Jada Sade.
Right.
I have to leave something here for them to be like, okay, we finna go book with Jada, but, some this gonna be here.
Well, you might just still have a med spot here, you just ain't living here no more.
Yeah.
Okay,
so, yeah.
I get what you're saying. When you say eventually, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna leave Memphis, do you got any place in mind? Like you got where you think you'll want to go?
I see myself going to Atlanta or Los Angeles, one of the two, but I definitely would not be in Memphis. Mainly Atlanta, though. I really want to move to Atlanta and take my business there.
Okay. I ain't like everybody like to go to Atlanta. Everybody say, my camera crew, that's where they from, Atlanta. They say it's a lot of Like a lot of hustles, a lot of opportunity out
Yeah, it
there.
really is. That's why I want to go there.
They try to get me out there all the time. Tell me that's where I'm supposed to be at.
Yeah. Atlanta where money at.
This been another episode of the Shoebox Money Podcast with Eastside JP and Jada Sade. We appreciate y'all for watching. Stay in tune. We'll be back at y'all next Thursday with another episode. Appreciate you for coming.
Thank you for having me.